Good morning everybody, welcome to another episode of Misfit Gardening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emma and I'm the owner and author of misfitgardening.com, which is an urban homesteading blog based out here in lovely Utah. Today it looks like it's promising to be a really lovely day. We've got a good sun coming out already. I wanted to use this opportunity to show you how to pot on tomato plants. For those of you that don't know what potting on is, it's transplanting tomato plants, so stay tuned and find out exactly how I do it. Okay, so here we are back inside, and you can see I've got lots of tomato plants here. I've got quite a variety. I've got some Romas, Amish paste, and these ones are Brandywine. I've already been potting some on into containers, so I'm going to show you how to do these ones first. These are peat pots. There's a variety of them on the market. You can get ones that are even made out of cow manure, which I really like because that's actually a sustainable source. But unfortunately, the nursery where I went didn't have any in, so I had to make do with these, and I don't have enough of these plastic pots to put like the 40 tomato plants that I have. So how do you pot on? Well, there's a couple of things that you're going to need to do the potting on or transplanting. You're going to need some containers, so you could use, things like these. You can use the plastic ones. You could also reuse items like yogurt pot containers, cottage cheese containers, even ice cream tubs. Those kind of things all work really, really well. So what do you need to do? Well, first things first, you're going to need to put some compost in here. You need to make sure that you use like a potting mix. And you can buy those pre-bagged, or if you want to, you can have a go at making your own potting mix. So I've gone ahead and filled this and kind of tapped it down a little bit. I don't want it to be too tough. I'm just going to pop that here. I like to use an old plastic fork or knife to be able to kind of help leverage the seedlings out. And all that you do, I'll just try and get this so you guys can see, is I put the knife in next to the plant stem, push it down, and then I just use it to prise up the plants. Now here I've got two seedlings together, so I'm just going to gently tease them apart like so, and then I'm going to make a little hole in the compost in the container, pop in my seedling, and I'm going to put some more compost on top. Firm it down and give it a little drink of water, and that's it. That's as easy as it comes. This Brandywine's looking a little bit sad. It looks just a little bit limp in comparison to some of these which have been growing here for a while, and it's probably suffering from a little bit of transplant shock. So keep it moist, and it should come back rather quickly. So that's how to do smaller seedlings, but what about if you've got larger plants? So we've got a few here that are a bit bigger. So these ones are currently growing out at the bottom. I'm starting to get roots and things coming through. Well, I've got some larger containers. I think these are about half a gallon, and we're just going to do the same thing. So we're going to put some compost in here. Okay, And then what we're going to do is I like to make a little bit of a well in here. Kind of like if I was baking and I needed to make a well to put an egg in. I'm going to take off these leaves on here because they're not looking very good. And I'm going to take this one off too because it's starting to yellow, which is probably another sign that this needs to get potted on. I'm going to toss these into the little compost collector that I have in the kitchen. So to take them out of here, you want to turn it upside down and you want to gently squeeze around, and that's going to loosen up and then it will come straight off. I'm going to gently tease out the roots. Now if you've got a plant that really is desperate to get potted on, it can be what's known as pot bound, where you've got all the roots kind of jam-packed tightly. So teasing them out a little bit helps the plant to get settled much quicker. So I've just gone and popped that in there. Now I'm going to put some more compost on top. Now the cool thing about tomatoes is that they will form roots all the way up the stem, and I'm not sure if I've got one here. Oh no, I do. See, hopefully you guys can see this. There's a little white root just here where my little finger is, just there, and it's growing. And they, you know, it'll put out lots of root tendrils and things all the way up, however deep that this goes into here. And that's great for tomatoes because it means they're going to be a lot more sturdy in there. And I want to prune these tomatoes up. So I'm going to have tall tomato plants that are going to be secured by some trellis. And, you know, that's going to help them crop really well. It's going to help reduce the space requirements for them because tomatoes can get quite unruly if you let them do their own thing. And I've got, because we're moving to a raised bed system, you know, I've got a lot less space, you know, to let tomatoes go totally crazy and do their own thing. Having a good strong root system at the very base and foundation of everything is going to make sure I've got really strong plants to do that. So again, just like the other one, I'm going to give him a little drink of water and he's good to go. Some other tips I'm going to share with you is, you know, old cookie sheets make a great tray to put all of your plants in, unless you've got some seed starting trays that come in an enclosed container. You know, to stop the water going everywhere. Something like this is really handy. You can also use like salad containers like I've got here to be able to, you know, contain new plants and things. I'm actually running out of space now. We've got, as you can see, the greenhouse out here, oh, rather in the house. The greenhouse in the house is pretty full already with tomatoes that are getting potted on. I've got some containers of mixed wild flowers and things which need to get potted on, and then I can start hardening them off in the greenhouse. And sort of on the second shelf here we've got lots of chili peppers and things. So chili peppers and tomatoes have got quite a long growing season, so I've really got these started early to be able to give them a really good start. I also want to make sure that I've got much bigger plants before they go outside, and I want to make sure that they're going to stand up, you know, to the elements, because last year when I planted things out, there was a torrential downpour, and you know, my little baby seedlings that I put out, because they were much smaller, they were more like these when I transplanted them, these just all got totally decimated by the rain. So having bigger plants should mean that they're going to bounce right back and I'm not going to lose a harvest again. So there you have it. This is how to transplant tomato seeds. and tomato seedlings, not tomato seeds. If you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the comments or head on over to my blog at www.misfitgardening.com. Thanks. Until next time. Bye bye.